This is a lecture from OpenTuition. To benefit from the lecture, you should download the free lecture notes from opentuition.com.
Chapter 8 is the last of the detailed chapters that deal with the unincorporated trader. What we're having here is just a brief introduction to the concept of partnerships before you go into the detailed lectures. Those lectures will again be taken from the ACCA 2017 group of lectures, because here partnerships, they haven't changed, the systems have not changed. All you'll discover as you go through the new notes as compared to the old notes that the lectures accompany is that when it comes to the examples, such as you'll see here, we just move the accounting date on. Instead of, now this is our ACCA 2018 note, where we got a year to September 17. In the examples that you'll see within the lectures, it's just the year ended September 16. So the principles, the rules, the techniques that you need to follow are exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the dates as compared to the old and the new. So again, access the ACCA 2017 Chapter 8 notes to accompany this. Also, of course, check through on these notes. You'll find that, again, the basic information is the same, except, as I say, the examples have just moved on a year. In terms of where we've got to, remember, as the first lecture will explain, back in Chapter 4, we dealt with the introduction to the unincorporated trader and how it was we adjusted the statement of profit or loss accounts, the net profit on that, to make it acceptable for taxation purposes. Because we'd added back depreciation in Chapter 5, we then learned how to compute and deduct capital allowances to give us the tax-adjusted trading profit or loss. If it was a profit, we then needed to know how to assess it. That's what Chapter 6 was all about, ensuring that whatever tax year you were seeking to find the assessment for, the very first tax year, all the way through to the very final tax year, we knew the basis of assessment to apply and how that worked. In Chapter 7, we looked at the flip side of the profit coin, and that is, of course, losses and the different loss reliefs that would be available. But there we were dealing with a single sole trader, an individual. Now we're dealing with a partner in a partnership. What we'll have is the profits of the partnership. Again, we prepare the statement of profit or loss, derive a profit or indeed a loss for the partnership, but we don't tax the partnership. As you'll discover in that first lecture, we tax each partner on their share of the profit of an accounting period and then proceed to relate that share to the relevant tax year of assessment as we did in Chapter 6. We would equally determine by using the profit sharing agreement that exists for an accounting period, not just work out how much of a profit belongs to a particular partner or partners, but how much of a loss. And then each partner, as you'll see, is free then to choose to make their own claim for the different loss reliefs that we outlined back in Chapter 7. Enough said, therefore, if you now go to those lectures on Chapter 8 and work your way through partnerships.